Hey everyone, it's Jared here, and today I want to talk about some overused drum fills. And you might be wondering, why should I watch a lesson to learn some overused drum fills? And here's the reason. It's because this is what I would have wanted when I was first starting. I was 15 when I first started. When I was 17, I got the opportunity to play with a band called Doxa. We were playing in church, and we played at a weekly event, and we did a live recording. We wanted to do a live recording to kind of get the feel for all the people in the church. And I listened back afterwards, and I was just like shaking my head. It's like every fill was the same. It was this. Every fill started with, and so naturally, the entire album just sounds like the drummer only knew one fill. And so that's what I'm trying to avoid. And I try and learn different combinations, and you can do a lot with one pattern. So if I just did different stuff with that same pattern, I could have got a lot more mileage out of it. But I chose to do snare, high tom, and that's how everything started. And so hopefully by watching this lesson and kind of being aware of some of this stuff, you can kind of check yourself and listen back to some of your recordings and be like, are you repeating vocabulary too much? It's like if I was talking to you and I said the same word all the time. And many people will say a lot when they're talking on videos. And so I try and not do that, but occasionally I do it. And many people will say the word so very much, or they'll say specific words and you'll start to pick up on it. It's like, why does that guy do that? Why is she doing that? I don't like that. It sounds funny. And drumming, I think, is the same. It's like there's identifiable vocabulary that will become annoying after people start listening to your drumming more and more. And for me, I like to make my drumming as interesting as possible. And I'm not saying I'm the most interesting drummer. I'm just saying I have aspirations, I have goals, and I don't know, I think you might too. And so let's talk about some of this stuff. Now, the first fill is the fill we all learned, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this one, but this is the around the world fill. Now, if you are a drummer who's just playing this fill all the time, what can you actually do? You're like, well, Jared, I know. That's all I know. Well, I would suggest start using that pattern or the sticking, but just move it around different places. Instead of playing everything in groups of 4, play things in groups of 2. Going from 4 to a group of 2. Same exact amount of notes, but listen to the difference in sound. And you could further expand on that and do groups of 2 on more stuff. You could do groups of 1. You could do many, many different accented patterns. But if you know how to do right, left, and you can keep up with whatever tempo you're playing at, the sky is the limit on how many different combinations you can come up with.